know it's smack rapping.
And not him specifically. I don't think anybody who had a hand in destroying the foundation, the damage, I won't say destroying, damaging the foundation of what it is we do and what we stood on.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody did that intentionally.
Okay.
I don't think it was malicious. But when you look back over history, it happened just the same. The very second you decided to take your argument from the artistic merit to the consumer was a big problem because consumers don't give a fuck about artistic merit. They don't care how many hours you put in or this hook or that. They only care if it what the crowd is saying, whatever they're following along. A consumer can be fooled by a fancy commercial. Connoisseur goes, no, this is some bullshit. No, you got that from this. No, that ain't the same thing. Blah blah blah. Gatekeepers took a lot of heat in that era. But it was called hating. I don't want you over here because you're biting this shit and this is corny and I know you're biting. It's a hit record, but you're biting and I know that. Fuck a gatekeeper. Hey, people, don't you hate it when somebody's hating on you? Yeah, you know what? I hate it when people are hating on me. Boom, got the crowd.
Yeah,
Gatekeepers
silence the creatives.
Gatekeepers are out of the picture. Now there is no regulation. Now,
what do you think,
anytime
Matt?
I can't. I usually don't agree with Mec when he blames Diddy because.
Did he do it?
Not.
Oh, okay.
It's the time that we because we think about the lives.
Yeah.
What they did versus Dipset. That's out of that camp. You think about Mace, as much as you want to say he made commercial records, listen to the lyrics on those records.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was still a high quality lyricism coming out of that camp. And because he chose to, remix hit records from the past, I don't think that that's a slight to say, like, yo, this is what messed the game up.
Oh, no. We always go back to this point. I never say that the lyricism wasn't there. I never say that. I never say that he had to have dope rhymes in that era in order to be accepted, period.
Correct.
It wasn't the lyrics that took an L. We got Biggie, we got Lox, we got Mace. It was never the lyricism that took an L. He did it with production. That's when, but in pioneering the term hating and what it was used for is where the damage came from. It wasn't his ear for talent. It was when he took a whole record that was really, really popular in the 80s, really didn't do much to it, and put some drums to it and let people rap over it. When the creatives started going, yo, that's biting.
But that's how hip hop started.
Hating.
Though.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not. No,
they
it's
were
not.
looping drum beats
No,
from
it's,
other records.
yeah, but it was
like,
one specific part, the break beat. And that was when we didn't really have technology to do much else. And it was one section of the thing, so the break dancers could do their thing. It wasn't a matter of the entire record is being snatched to the point where there's no difference.
But I don't think that, I get your point 100%, but I think that just because Diddy had that ear, he listened to the old school stuff, right? So he was able to say, oh, you know what, this would be dope with this sound of a new generation after I put a little twist to it. But I don't know if that actually messed up the game in regards to what I'm talking about with the younger artists coming up now, because they're not all doing that.
It was his. It was no. Hear me out. This is why I got to be clear. It was his defense of the practice, the term hating. That's what did it. It wasn't the practice itself. It wasn't the label itself. It was how he defended what he was doing that gave us the term hating, which became a blanket term to use for anybody who said that's
I don't
rap.
like that. Yeah.
I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
That shit is trash. You can't rhyme.
Okay.
That's this.
So
you can't
then
do
you
this.
say it's hating, but you're not really looking into it.
I'm making
Understood.
money, and you're just mad that you're not making money.
Right. I think that's more accurate than silencing the creatives, because everybody has an opinion.
Right.
But I think when the distinction between success became how much money you had and how many records you sold determined whether you were good or not. I think that's where the fork in the road.
We always
happened.
bragged about having money. Every rapper has always bragged about
Right,
being a little
right.
better off than somebody else.
Right.
That translates now into the algorithm. So now it's, I get more eyes than you. I get more spins. I get more, my shit is on the DSPs more than you. Shit could be
But
terrible.
you can't feed your family with fucking followers.
But
Yeah.
then there's that. That's a different.
Yeah.
That's a whole. That's a separate but true.
Right.
That's a separate. What I'm saying is, if my whole thing is, you only got this many plays and I got that many plays, but this
You
shit
could have bought them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what
That's a whole
I'm saying?
different. That's a whole different.
but-
Yeah,
thing.
that's a different.
Whole
That's a different
different
thing.
thing.
But this shit is
Whole different
trash.
thing. I know.
This is trash.
The reason I say Jay-Z is because when you started to
You
incorporate,
get that?
when you started to, when
I'm
you made it
glad we in
okay.
LA, nigga. Woo, I'm
Ain't he from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
You wouldn't know by listening.
I'm not saying.
All right.
I'm not saying it was intentional.
Understood.
But I think his big business acumen was so sharp. Once he started to put that in the music, it kind of changed the dynamic of how people thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you don't like Jay-Z, but you know, Jay-Z, he got this, he
This,
got
that,
that, or with businesses and that. So now everyone started to look at it like a business. And then I guess eventually your success was more important than
The craft.
the craft.
Yeah. Everybody talk about, my brand. I have brands.
All right.
Nigga, pick up a
Combination.
pen, nigga.
Put them both together.
Right.
And I think you get Jay's destructive philosophy for me was when he said, "I'm not a rapper, I'm a hustler." That was his destructive addition to the culture as I saw it. I'm not a rapper.
You're
Don't
looking
call me
into a
rapper.
deep, huh?
I don't want to be called a rapper. Rappers is corny. Rappers is broke. I'm a hustler. I'm here for the money. You add that in with you're hating if you tell me that I'm doing something whack.
Yeah.
So you could take little bits and pieces from everything and kind of.
It wasn't one thing. It's never one thing.
Right.
But Diddy started with that. Diddy introduced hating, and
Right.
hating became the blanket philosophy. If you were a dope MC and you said this is whack, you're hating automatically disqualified.
yeah.
Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks.
Hey, but on the flip
But
side,
MC is like, no.
rhymes. Yeah,
You ain't getting away
right,
with that. What are you talking about?
But the masses,
Consumer is sitting there going,
Oh,
yeah, I need to get some money.
Oh, he got the money. He doesn't care. It don't matter if you right.
you got all in raps and you broke, nigga.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Instantly disqualified your
Yeah.
whole art. And you could be right.
Yeah.
You could be right.
Yeah.
This is low quality shit.
Right.
And that's why my main metaphor now when I'm talking to the shorties is always the same thing. What's better, McDonald's or Tavern on the Green?
Right. But here's my hope. Here's my
McDonald's
hope.
makes billions.
Yeah, here's my hope. Every 10 years, everything
Shifts.
cycles.
Right.
It's just part of just what happens.
Yeah.
Every 10 years. So hip hop turned 50.
Little over
You know,
50,
we a little over 50. We're going through a cycle now, and the things are changing. I mean, there's obvious shifts.
Right.
There's shifts in people that, you know, we used to be here and now they're going through whatever they're going through. You know, Kendrick at the Super Bowl. You know, things are shifting and people are paying attention. And I think that because it's so much, the people that really care about what this thing of ours is are standing out, right? And it seems like people are so sick of the regurgitated shit that, you know, we're starting to see things move towards, okay, cool, there's more meaningful hip hop that people are wanting to hear.
Right.
My hope is that trend continues to grow and that we get more of that, people having introspective reasons to make records instead of just trying to be any attention. It's like if you go to your back in the day at the Apollo when motherfuckers come out there and you, as soon as you hear the bullshit, that's where we at now. We at now. People are like, oh, boo, we heard that.
Right.
Like the shock factor of being bad and being successful and working is kind of going out the window. Motherfuckers that had that kind of success, that overnight success, are not successful anymore. So now I'm waiting for the new batch to come in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the playing field has kind of leveled a little bit. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully that shift is for the better. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I feel comfortable about coming out.
Coming
now.
out, right.
You know what I'm
Right, but
saying?
there's a resurgence because we're looking at, like, okay, Snoop drop,
Redman.
Fat Joe,
Redman,
Eminem.
Red, M.
Eminem,
Yeah.
like
Busta just put
we're
some.
seeing
Yeah,
a lot
Busta
of that.
dropped 3. You know, you working on his 3rd one right now.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, Blockbuster, you know what I'm
Actually-
saying? The
actually,
Dragon
what,
season.
5?
no, there'll be 4.
What? Come on,
Dragon
man.
season. Dragon season is gonna have 4 installments.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I'm
Like-
not even gonna tell y'all about the Dragon and the Marksman.
Oh yeah, me
Him
and
and Bus.
Busta. We've been talking about
Yeah.
doing a joint project together for a while.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta get in
yeah.
the Marksman, bro.
Yeah, so we've
yeah.
been really,
Yeah.
really building on that. So I can't wait to work on it.
I'm
Yeah,
supposed to tell him.
It's okay.
yeah.
But you can tell me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, fuck.
we here.
Yo,
Yeah.
we got to have an interview with Xzibit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.